Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Retro Antique Tour, a shop hop adventure, Christmas edition, is this Friday and Saturday, November 15th and 16th, with stops in Oskaloosa, Pella, New Sharon, Ottumwa, and Lytton. The Retro Antique Tour is designed for people to discover hidden gems in shops and communities in a well-organized and distinctive antique shopping experience. Get more information at brushedbyjude.com. It's the Retro Antique Tour this Friday and Saturday, November 15th and 16th. Attention, please! We have an update on Santa Steve's stocking.
Ho, ho, ho!
Santa Steve's stocking is going to be full of a prize package valued at $1,000! $500 in gift cards. Hallelujah! $500 in cash! With 20 different outlets to register at. More details coming soon. The Watch Your Opera House presents the Old Man Band this Saturday, November 16th at 7 p.m. Old Man Band has been bringing their good time music to fans in East Central Iowa since 2018. Tickets are just $10 and can be purchased at watchyouroperahouse.org and also at the door. The concert's sponsor is Kelowna Auto Used Cars and Trucks. It's Old Man Band this Saturday, November 16th at 7 p.m. at the Watch Your Opera House. Enchanted Events, located just south of Sigourney off Highway 149, is the perfect venue to host a wedding, graduation, reunions, and so much more. They can seat up to 500 guests. There's bridal and groom rooms, a large bar, and more. For more inquiries, contact Mel or Chelsea or email enchantedeventsvenue@gmail.com or find more information at enchantedeventsvenue.com.
And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, it is time for the morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media. How you doing? A chilly start to our day, 32 degrees. And we're doing the morning wake up brought to us by our headline sponsor, Brothers Market in Sigourney, and we are coming to you live from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's get more information on our sponsors. Brothers Market in Sigourney, Iowa, where savings are made simple. You can get more information at shopbrothersmarket.com. You can download the Brothers Market app. It's a smart way to shop. We thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor on the morning wake up. We're broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios, and you can schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at 641-673-4845, accepting new patients. Oski Dental going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. We thank those sponsors. Let's take a look at that weather. It is brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. You know, they've been proudly serving Keokuk County and the surrounding area for 27 years. Stop in and see Cindy and the gals at the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Sunshine today. High around 52. Pretty much like yesterday. It's going to be a little bit breezy at times. Southeast winds gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tonight, some increasing clouds, a low of 37. Southeast winds again gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow might be rainy, a chance of rain at 80% tomorrow, mainly afternoon, a high of 51. 40% chance of some showers tomorrow night till about midnight, a low of 42. And then Thursday will be sunny and 52. Right now, according to the National Weather Service equipment here in the Oski Dental Studios, we do have 32 degrees in Sigourney, Iowa. So yeah, a chilly start to our day here in southeast Iowa. All right, let's get into our stuff. Earlier this morning, we put up our This or That. Goes up every weekday morning at 6 a.m. It's brought to us by not Lifetime Dental Solutions. It's brought to... Wrong graphic on the screen. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty. Stacy Flynn brings us This or That. And which one are you going to choose? Would you rather owe money or owe a favor? What do you think? Owing a favor could get dangerous because you never know what you're going to have to do to repay the favor. But owe money or owe a favor? Interesting. By the way, if you hear noise in the background this morning, it's because my cat Poopy in the studio here has found some fingernail clippers to play with, and he is moving those across the floor. So Poopy the cat, yeah. Good times. This or That brought to us by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty. Let's see here. What comes after that? We've got our question of the day. It's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa, 202 North Main, Sigourney. This goes up at noon on Facebook. How many bones have you broken in your lifetime? I have only broken basically my elbow. The elbow bone connected to the, I don't know what bone the elbow bone is connected to. But my elbow, basically. I broke my elbow one time. Slipped on the ice. My arm was at a strange angle. But how many bones have you broken in your lifetime? That question will go up today at noon with our Amy's Salon House and Spa question of the day. Let's take a look at our tournament for the Fun of It tournament, brought to us by Colbert Feed in Sigourney. Out by the Expo. They are your horse source in Keokuk County. They can get you a great selection of horse feed, dog food, cat food, and bird food. And our For the Fun of It tournament is featuring best 2000s TV shows. That's through the years 2000 to 2009. Our matchup going on right now till 6 p.m. this evening is 24 versus Malcolm in the Middle. 24, starring Kiefer Sutherland. Malcolm in the Middle. With the guy, Malcolm is now, as we've talked about here recently, Malcolm has gone from acting to being a full-time NASCAR truck driver. So, yeah, interesting career move for Malcolm. I don't know what his real name is, Malcolm in the Middle. But 24 versus Malcolm in the Middle, our matchup. Thumbs up for 24, heart for Malcolm in the Middle. Get your votes in. That went up at 6 p.m. last night, goes through 6 p.m. this evening. Let's take a look at our overall brackets. As so far, Grey's Anatomy versus The Office. That's going to be a good one in the second round. Breaking Bad versus 30 Rock in the second round. The winner of this matchup will be going against The Sopranos in the second round. And then our final first round matchup will be Sex and the City against The Shield. And the winner of that will go against Friends. So, again, we're talking about TV shows from the 2000s. Our For the Fun of It tournament sponsored by Colbert Feed in Sigourney. I do want to point out, we put up our basketball schedule for this winter over the weekend. And one addition, we added a game. We're going to be doing North Mahaska at Montezuma. We have been confirmed for that. That'll be an audio-only game. But, we'll still have that for you. A great matchup between two area teams. So we've got 8 road games for Sigourney. We'll have 8 games for North Mahaska, 8 games for Pekin. So, bunch of basketball coming at you this basically December and January, your heavy months for basketball. We'll get a game in here in November. Actually, that'll be next Friday will be our first broadcast. So that'll be good stuff. And then we'll end up in February with a couple of broadcasts with a Pekin at EV and North Mahaska versus Oskaloosa. So bunch of basketball coming your way, high school basketball, basically featuring, again, Sigourney road games, Pekin and North Mahaska. We're also going to get teams like Montezuma, Keota, HLV, English Valleys, Cardinal, Linville Sully, EBF. Look at BGM, some teams we don't normally cover here on Steve Shetler Media. Oskaloosa will make an appearance basketball-wise. So, man, yeah, we've got a loaded lineup for basketball this winter here on Steve Shetler Media. Josh Clubb and I going to be hitting the road a lot together. We'll see if Josh will like me by the end of this winter after spending so much time together here on Steve Shetler Media. How about this? Check this out. I saw Bruce in the comments earlier. We have a new number one. Check this out. New number one. The king is dead. Anthony Schilling has been number one for like the last 4 months, basically, on our weekly top 20. And this is for people who like, comment, and share the most. You kind of, I don't know how the point system works on Facebook, but when you like, comment, and share, you get these points for Facebook, and then it ranks them for me in order. Now, Anthony Schilling, also known as Mark, has been number one. He was number one for 14 weeks. He was just dethroned today. Bruce, who is a former number one on the weekly top 20, Bruce Beinart is the new number one. Bruce gets, this has to be a record. If I'm reading the fine print right, 7,627 points Bruce accumulated in the last week. And he barely did it, though. I mean, Anthony Schilling with over 7,000 points himself, which I think this is the first time. I could be wrong. I think this is the first time, though, that we've had people go over 7,000 points in the ranking system. So, man, Bruce bringing it this week. He gets number one, just barely getting by Anthony Schilling. So, congratulations to Bruce. Appreciate all your likes, comments, and shares. Your top 10. Let's run down the top 10. Bruce and Anthony, they're kind of head and shoulders above everybody else. You got Bubby, a solid number 3. My wife, Stacy, popping in there at number 4. We've got Gary, Curtis, Lacey, Levon, Nancy, and Dave rounding out the top 10. And then your 11 through 20, some of my regulars over there. We got folks like James Fisher, Seth Kerr, Sherry, Dan, Donna, Christine, David Fleming making an appearance in the top 20. So interesting. So those are your, again, a new number one, Anthony Schilling. That was a surprise to see that. 8 for Briley. Hi, Briley. Briley, I'm assuming that's you in the comments. So by the weekly top 20. Let's go ahead and do some community calendar, which is brought to us by our friends at Enchanted Events. Make sure you book your event at Enchanted Events, just south of Sigourney on Highway 149. Some events coming up on the calendar. We've got a November dog adoption special. If you want a bigger dog at the Heartland Humane Society in Ottumwa, they are running a special with all dogs 40 pounds and over, half price. So if you want a bigger dog, check out the selection at Heartland Humane Society. Of course, that's where I go to get my weekly pet each week in Ottumwa. Stop in if you're wanting to adopt a dog. Now would be a great time to get a bigger dog at the Heartland Humane Society. Also on the calendar, coming up in December, we've got the Friends of the Sigourney Public Library with the Tour of Homes. It's coming up on December 8th. So put that on your calendars. That's December 8th from 1 to 5 p.m. The Tour of Homes. We'll flash this graphic up. Those are your different homes that are on the tour. Kind of, for me at least, it's small on my screen, so I can't really tell I know we've got a couple of those are in the neighborhood where I live, so looking forward to that tour of homes with the Friends of the Sigourney Public Library. And then we've also got the Friendsgiving Potluck coming up on Thursday, November 28th, Thanksgiving Day, at Muse Music Store. So check that out. Put that on your calendar. Some stuff going on in our area. Have we hit up most? No, we got to talk about what's going on this week. Yeah, don't want to forget that. Friday, we'll have a busy day at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Blake Jack is our guest this Friday from 11:30 to noon for the showcase. He'll be there from, again, 11:30 to noon, playing some tunes, doing a live interview. Blake Jack, come hang out with us at Barn Wired, eat some lunch, do some shopping. I think Barn Wired will probably be packed on Friday with the, what's it called? The Rural Road Trip. Coming through Sigourney. That's this weekend, the Rural Road Trip in the area on Friday. So we're going to squeeze in to Barn Wired for our Iowa Music Showcase. As we've mentioned, we do not have a sports section this Saturday morning because just kind of in between sports right now, and we don't want to be bothersome during Rural Road Trip at Barn Wired on Saturday morning. So we're going to give sports section a break this week, so tune in here in a couple of Saturdays for that. All right. I think we're kind of caught up on things. Let's go ahead and jump into some birthdays. Birthdays for today. Celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, your broker, owner, realtor. And you can find more info and listings at hometown-re.com for Hometown Real Estate. On the hometown side, we've got Macy McDonald. I think that's Bubby's sister. Happy birthday to Bubby's sister, Macy. Hope you have a great day. And then my sister-in-law, Lori Brainerd, with a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Lori. Hope you have a fantastic day. And Macy with a birthday today as well. Celebrity birthdays. We've got sportscaster Al Michaels turning 80 years old today. Got singer Neil Young, rocking in the free world, 79. Nadia Comaneci, Olympic gymnast from back in the day, is 63. Baseball's Sammy Sosa, he could hit a home run, 56 years old. Tanya Harding, when she wasn't busy hiring people to, crack the knee of Nancy Kerrigan, she was figure skating. She's 54 years old now. Did you know that Tanya Harding actually, after the Olympic fiasco, actually did some professional wrestling in Japan? That's a true story. I'm not making that up. Google it. Tanya Harding Pro Wrestling. She did, I don't know, it was like a match or two. It wasn't much. I'm actually shocked that WWF back in the day didn't hire Tanya Harding. Just, at least for a little bit. It's shocking that they didn't. But Tanya Harding, 54 years old today. Actor Ryan Gosling is 44. We've got actress Anne Hathaway turning 42. And from basketball, Russell Westbrook is 36. Those are your birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Hello. Hi. It's the morning wake up. It's being brought to us by Brothers Market in Sigourney from the Oski Dental Studios. Currently 32 degrees here in the big town of Sigourney. On this date, by the way, today is Tuesday, November 12th. On this date in history, it was today in 1859, a guy introduced his flying trapeze act wearing tights. His name was Jules Leotard. Thus, the name Leotard for tights. So there you go. You're a little bit smarter today. On this date in 1933, the very first alleged photo of the Loch Ness Monster, that one that we always see, it's really kind of a grainy, poor quality photo of the Loch Ness Monster. That was taken on this date in 1933. And then it was on this date in 1946 The very first artificial snow for a ski resort was made in Massachusetts, the state of Massachusetts, for fake snow 1946. On the calendar, the National Day calendar, it's National French Dip Day. It's also National Chicken Soup for the Soul Day and National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day. What? National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day. That's a lot of words for a day. All right, hey, we are doing the morning wake up. It is brought to us by Brothers Market. Let's hear from them right now. Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
The fall is an exciting time at Tassel Ridge Winery because many of the grapes that were hanging on the vine as recently as Labor Day are now wine and are ready for bottling. Our first wine of the season is the 2024 Iowa Nouveau, a very fruity, dry red wine with great plum and cherry flavors. It has had no barrel aging and is all fruit. It's made entirely from grapes grown in Iowa. The 2024 Iowa Nouveau is a great way to celebrate this year's harvest. The 2024 Iowa Nouveau will be available at the winery and at some of our nearly 400 retail outlets in Iowa on Thursday, November 21st. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check our website at tasselridge.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa, 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Bridget's Public House is an Irish pub located at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Bridget's Public House hopes you find it a warm, welcoming space that also serves delicious, unique Irish-based options created in their kitchen. And don't forget a cold beverage of choice. Located just off the square next to True Value. Come in and check out the unique decor at Bridget's Public House while enjoying a beverage or food. Follow Bridget's Public House on Facebook and stop in person at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. That's Bridget's Public House. Locally owned and operated.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP, is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more, plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore. Hey, we thank all of our sponsors for making things possible here on Steve Shetler Media. We thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor on the Morning Wake Up. And also, of course, we are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. A good morning to you. 32 degrees on this Tuesday morning. Let's do some things you need to know. Whoa. Things you need to know. A 74-foot tall Norway spruce tree was cut down in Massachusetts late Thursday, driven to New York City's Rockefeller Center. Over the past few days, 5 miles of lights. Can you imagine that? I complain about the amount of lights that we put out front of our house. 5 miles of lights, along with the star crown that goes on top, sparkling with 3 million crystals going on the tree. All will be ready for the official tree lighting ceremony on December 4th for the big Christmas tree at New York City's Rockefeller Center. How about Mattel? We're going to talk about this a little bit later on. Mattel apologizing. Actually, let's just talk about it now. Let's just get it out of the way. Mattel apologizing after mistakenly printing the web address of a porn site on the packaging of its newly launched Wicked dolls. That is Wicked. Wicked.com. You don't want to go there. It has nothing to do with the movie. So, hopefully, kids that buy the dolls don't go to that website either. Megan Fox, pregnant, baby number 4. It's her first with her fiance, Machine Gun Kelly. So congratulations to the Kelly Foxes, Fox Kellys, whatever they call themselves. Oprah has released the 2024 edition of her list of favorite things. Oh boy, in case you're interested. I'm not. Here's another reason not to go to California. California's gas prices are set to increase by approximately 65 cents per gallon following a recent decision by the California Air Resources Board. That'll tighten fuel standards. So gas prices, California going up 65 cents per gallon. That is crazy. Marvel Comics working on a reboot, of the Fantastic Four franchise. It's rumored to take on the role, of Ivan Kragoff. I'm not sure how you say that name. Kragoff, Red Ghost, John Malkovich. I mean, he's kind of old. If you're giving him a role in the franchise, I don't know. Who am I to say? Quincy Jones, of course, he passed away recently, laid to rest at what they called an intimate funeral in Los Angeles on Sunday. How about this? If you don't like the fact that Donald Trump is president, you can go on a cruise for 4 years and not have to deal with it. Yes, a cruise line announcing what they call its Skip Forward package recently. One day after Trump was declared the winner of the presidential race, for $40,000 a year, you can go on a 4-year cruise and not be in the U.S. during his term as president. So if you want to just cruise away and get away from that mean old nasty Donald Trump, $40,000 a year will get you on a boat and you can just be gone for 4 years. Director John Chu had to miss the Los Angeles premiere of his movie Wicked. You know, when they're not promoting porn sites on their toys. Wicked. His wife was giving birth to their 5th child, so it was a good reason to miss the premiere. In Turkey, there's outrage over a plastic surgeon agreeing to perform a surgery that gave a patient a what you would call a turned-up Whoville nose. You know, like the Who's in The Grinch. I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I really don't know what their noses look like. According to the TikTok video, people are flocking to Turkey. They're flocking like turkeys to Turkey to get it done. So who wants to look like somebody from Whoville? Go to Turkey. There's a plastic surgeon there that'll take care of you. Stupid. The movie Mission Impossible 8 has been officially titled The Final Reckoning. Scheduled to be released in May of next year. That should be the one of the first big movies for the spring season for next year. And then finally, in some things you need to know, Art Garfunkel, of what were Simon and Garfunkel. I was having a complete brain fart there. Art Garfunkel says that things have been patched up, finally, between he and Paul Simon. He says they finally got together after not seeing each other for years and had a good talk. They patched things up. They're not saying this, but I'm imagining that they want to go on tour together to make some money because they're getting older and they need more money. Simon and Garfunkel, friends again. Hello, my old friend. Simon and Garfunkel. Anyway, those are things you need to know. Let's go to the impossible. Let me press the button a little bit harder. Whoop, there we go. Today's impossible question. Today's impossible question. 8% of people say this ruins a salad. 8% of people say this ruins a salad. Think about that. What do you think ruins a salad? Good morning to Bubby. Dan, my new number one, Bruce, is in the comments. Yes, Bruce, my new number one. In case you missed it earlier, weekly top 20 just came out for Steve Shetler Media followers. Bruce Beinart defeats the king, Anthony Schilling, this morning. So congratulations to Bruce. Sandy, good morning to you. Patrick, Dixie, Jennifer, Sherry. It's funny because in the comments, it seems that Sherry Westendorf and Sherry Clark are always back to back in my comments. Are you really the same person? Sherry. Oh, Sherry. We've got Neil in there. I think Neil's account got hacked by Briley. I'm not positive on that. Nancy, good morning. Jason, Pat, and Ron. So good to have everybody in the comments this morning. Today's impossible question. 8% of people say that this ruins their salad. Cabbage. They say cabbage ruins a salad. 8% of people. Here's something kind of random that we're going to throw in today. Wallet Hub doing a survey says they were looking for the most charitable states, the states that give away the most money. Their residents are give away money to charities. And Iowa, out of the 50 states, comes in at number 14. So, hey, good job, Iowa. You're helping out charities. Let's see. Americans donate about $560 billion in charities per year, and Iowa at number 14 on that list. Good job. Let's go to the weird.
That is weird.
In some weird this morning, let me sift through some of the weird. How about we go to Australia, mate? An emperor penguin who was found malnourished far from its Antarctic home on the Australian south coast, being cared for by a wildlife expert, according to the government. The adult male penguin was found on November 1st on a popular tourist beach in the town of Denmark in southwest Australia, north of the icy waters off the Antarctic coast. So hopefully that penguin gets to feeling better in Australia. How about this? Let's go to warm Mexico next. More than 1,000 mariachis gathered in Mexico City's main plaza on Sunday, strumming their guitars and singing some classic mariachi songs. The number of musicians apparently tops the previous record of 700 mariachis. So a new Guinness World Record there. 1,000 mariachis gathered together. Costco. Costco was forced. Have you heard this story? Costco forced to recall nearly 80,000 pounds of butter. 80,000 pounds of butter because the label failed to mention that the the butter contains milk. And many social media users rolling their eyes at that dilemma. The FDA sent out an initial recall for 79,200 pounds of Kirkland signature butter due to the undeclared allergen in October. They forgot to put on there that milk is in butter. I mean, if you don't know that milk is in butter, you dumb. So they had to recall, what a waste, 80,000 pounds of butter wasted. That's just stupid. Let's go to the library. A library book published in 1899 and 51 years overdue has finally been returned. It's called The Early Work of Aubrey Beardsley. It was checked out from the public library in Worcester. Is that how you say that? Worcester? I don't know how you say that. Massachusetts. Why does Massachusetts get mentioned so much in the morning show? Massachusetts. So this book was checked out of the library on May 22nd, 1973, according to a photo of the due date card posted on Facebook. And then it was returned to its rightful home 51 years later. A note inside the book it says it's a rarity that someone found this, but not only that they found it, but it was in such good condition. So no late fees on that book, 51 years late, but they're just going to take it back. We'll save that one for later. We're going to get rid of this. Let's go to the files of Law and Disorder. I got this little hair. Must be a poopy cat hair. Not a poopy. Not a hair with poop on it, but my cat poopy. My cat poopy is in the studio somewhere. I got this little hair that's bothering me at the bottom of my nose. Files of Law and Disorder. A Spirit Airlines flight traveling from Fort Lauderdale to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, was diverted to Santiago, Dominican Republic after the aircraft was struck by gunfire, according to the airline. Flight 951, which departed Fort Lauderdale Monday morning, landed safely following the incident. An inspection revealed damage consistent with gunfire. What, like a gun hole or a bullet hole in the plane? A video shared on X showed bullet holes in the emergency exit door and overhead compartments. So that plane getting shot at over Haiti, and they had to, emergency land that thing before they crash landed. Shall we do something that might potentially make you smile? I think that we should.
Something that makes you smile.
Something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions for all things dental, like, orthodontics, routine and emergency exams, dentures, implant crowns. Go to Dr. Stacy Free's Lifetime Dental Solutions in Sigourney, on the east side of the square in Sigourney, on their new location. Pope Francis accidentally keeps tweeting about the football team, the New Orleans Saints. Saints could use all the help they can get. Of course, they're pretty horrible this year. They continue to receive blessings unknowingly from the Vatican. Pope Francis took to Twitter last Friday for All Saints Day and shared a message using the hashtag Saints. However, that's the official hashtag for the struggling New Orleans Saints from the NFL. So its logo for the football team, the Saints, appeared in the post on the social media site. Now, the hashtag Saints, so the Twitter for the Pope says the hashtag Saints are formed by the Beatitudes. Poor, meek, merciful, hungering, and thirsting for justice, seeking peace, which just kind of adds, it kind of describes the New Orleans Saints as a team this year. But the Pope, the Vatican, unknowingly tweeting and tagging the New Orleans Saints in their posts. Somebody needs to tell the Pope to quit tweeting about the New Orleans Saints. You'll get that full story. That's coming up here in a few minutes at 7:45 this morning. That whole story will be posted for something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. Let's wrap this up with the duh. This is what we already talked about earlier. Mattel, we'll talk about it again because they're stupid. The big oops, Mattel apparently accidentally leaving a critical word off of the URL printed on the packaging for some of the Wicked dolls, as we talked about earlier. TMZ explaining the dolls involved are characters from the upcoming version of the popular Broadway musical Wicked. And the website on the dolls goes to a adult site. So, if you get Wicked dolls for your kid, check the maybe scratch out the website so that they don't accidentally see it and go to it. They get the duh. Let's take one last look at our forecast for today. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney, and a little bit breezy, otherwise nice and sunny, 52 for today. Going to get rainy for tomorrow. Again, we do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor. Savings are made simple at Brothers Market. Find out why at shopbrothersmarket.com and download that app, Brothers Market in Sigourney. Oski Dental sponsoring our studios. Give them a call. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan at 641-673-4845. Video-wise, coming up today, we've been so busy for so long, with the Tuesday night tune-up, took a chunk of our time on Tuesday nights. We don't have that till spring now with Tuesday night tune-up. We don't have any sports this month for the most part in November. We do have a basketball game next Friday. But man, it's kind of a downtime, which is all right. Gives me a little time to rest and relax before the busy season with all those basketball games we've got coming up. So video-wise for today, we've got, of course, In Remembrance Of. That comes up here shortly at 8 a.m. Looking up at the schedule, we've got What's Happening in Southeast Iowa, which is our community calendar weekly video. That comes up at noon. We'll have Successful Farming coming up at 5:30. And then I think that's it for videos today. So, yeah, not a whole lot going on at this particular time of the year. So, yeah, just chill out, take it easy. I think that does it for today. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Enjoy the sunshine. And we'll be back here tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., with another morning wake up tomorrow morning. Of course, Wednesday, which means Neil Crott will be here. Maybe he will play the recorder for you and make us all giggle. So tune in tomorrow, 7 a.m. Bye-bye.